Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my boudoir. Today we are going to be talking all things sleep. So I'm not going to lie to you, this video I've been wanting to make and in my head it's taken on several different forms. And this is the one that we've ended up with. So it's definitely going to be a video of two parts. So if you cast your mind back to the new year, a task that I set myself for January was to ensure that I got 8 hours of sleep every night, which sounds, I know, sounds, you know, not difficult, but in reality for me it's something that I have struggled with for a long time. Watch my first video of the year, you'll get the whole spiel. Anyway, and I said that I would update you, and you know, we're almost through February and lo and behold I've not updated you. So I wanted to make this video to talk about what I guess I've learned about myself, life, but then also a couple practical tips. Now, heads up, I am awful at getting sleep, and if you've been watching my vlogs you're gonna be like, bitch, what are you on about? You are going to bed at like 2 AM solidly every night. I'm not talking about this month. This month's challenge is to get a video up every day, which by the way I'm succeeding with. Sleep has gone out the window, but it's nice for me to kind of remind myself of all these things that I learned about myself and practical tips, which, you know, come March 1st I'm very much going to be implementing again. So this is almost like a reminder to myself. As I mentioned, this video is one of two parts. So first of all, I want to give you my hot takes. My hot takes on making sleep a priority, what I have come to realise with that. And then also I've got a few practical tips as well that I'm going to pop at the end. If you just want those hot tips for successful sleep, I'll just pop the timestamp right here for you if you want to whiz on past. But if you would like my my pearls of wisdom, I've only got 3 of them, then I'm going to give them to you right now. So first of all, the first thing that I learned about myself and about the world and about life when trying to focus on sleep is things don't always go according to plan. So when I set this challenge and when I thought about doing this myself and making it a priority, the first week and a half of January I was still furloughed, I was still off work, and I was supposed to start the second week of January. Lo and behold, that didn't happen. The whole country went into a lockdown. So for me, it was one of those things that I thought, you know, the first week and a half, I'll be left to my own devices, you know, winding down after Christmas and then going back to work and having to work that in and incorporate that into my sleep schedule and my priority for that month. However, that didn't happen. So whilst I did get my 8 hours sleep, you know, increasingly a little bit later, and then a little bit later, and then a little bit later. And it was just wild to me that, you know, even something so small as, you know, making sure I'm getting sleep has been gravely impacted by the pandemic. So the second thing that I learnt was not all tools work for everyone. Now, initially when I envisaged making this video, I was kind of gonna like vlog throughout the month of January, stuff like pop in. In fact, I know I've got a video of me talking about my sleep, so I can plonk me chatting in January all about it here. That was my plan, and I was gonna, you know, recommend anything like tools wise to use. And now this is for me. It might be different for you. So iPhones have a sleep feature built into their clock. So you can set it and let them know what bedtime you want, and then it tracks like the last time you were on your phone before you go to sleep. And it was something that I had on my previous phone and used. However, they updated it and made it more hardcore with this phone. Now I'm sure I could probably figure it out and maybe, you know, tone it down a bit, but it was just one of those things that I was using it and it was like it just didn't work for me. I just found that I had more issues with my phone with it. I don't know if it's just me sleeping through my alarm. I just didn't, but most importantly, I just didn't like the features that it brought to my phone and how that worked. It was just something that just didn't work for me, and I just felt like I was really trying to make this piece of technology work for me and it just wasn't. And just had a, you know, not all tools will work for you. You know, conversely, Headspace, I love using Headspace. I love using the Sleepcast to go to sleep. I find them really beneficial. You know, I really do enjoy the Wake Up Wind Down podcast, that part of Spotify. Really enjoy those. You know, I love my Lumi alarm clock, which like lights up gradually as you wake up each morning. There are tools out there that do work, but you know, not all of them will work, and that's fine. And last, but certainly not least, big goals happen from small steps. Now, I know all of these hot takes can really be applied to a whole lot of things, but I guess when I was making something a priority and, you know, actively working towards something, these are the things that I realise about myself and the world. But yeah, so specifically talking about big goals that come from small steps, you know, this big goal, like getting 8 hours sleep every night, I know it sounds kind of small. This goal, for it to happen, it was an accumulative thing that I had to do every day and make a habit for me to reach my goal. And I think that is just so, you know, rings so true of so many things. And I know this all sounds like just a big hot load of cliches, and I guess in part it is. I just, you know, wanted to share what I had learned, what I'd come to realise. But now I shall be sharing with you my practical tips for setting yourself up for a solid night's sleep. Fun fact, I actually filmed that yesterday. I'm wearing the same pyjamas. I'm wearing, by the way, full set of pyjamas here. Just specifically for this video. But yeah, so I filmed that yesterday, so if the lighting changes, you know why. But anyway, if you want to hear about my practical tips, they're gonna come in 3, 2, 1. So, my evening routine starts before the evening does, my friends. I really think you need to give yourself a bedtime. Now, this can change every night if you want it to, but if you know what time you're going to bed, you need to establish a bedtime, whether it's, you know, to do with commitments that you've got tomorrow, whether it's work, school, meeting friends, you know, catching a movie, whatever you want to do. If you have something that you need to do tomorrow and you want, you know, that optimum 8 hours of sleep, so then you just want to work backwards and you want to know what time you're going to bed. Because I find for me, particularly at the moment, you know, I'm furloughed, I really don't have anywhere to be, I found that, you know, maybe not necessarily having a bedtime, but it just, I swear the hours between 1 AM and 3 AM, it's like 3 minutes, so it just all kind of goes. So I feel like if you give yourself a bedtime, you know what time you're aiming for, you know what time to go to bed, you know, whether you have obligations the next day or not, it's just kind of, just lets you know what time you've got to work with, what needs to get done. Also lets you know that you're gonna set yourself up for success the next day with a nice full night's sleep. Kind of moving on from that, but kind of linked, is establishing what you need to get done before you go to bed. So I could sit here and tell you what my routine is, but yours might be completely different due to your priorities, what you want to get done, what's exciting to you. You know, you might have a television show that's on at 10:30 and then you want to go to bed after that. So that, again, you know what time that's working with. So the things that I like to do to wind down before I go to bed, and kind of if I want to get done before bed, are I talk to my boyfriend on the phone. So we chat for usually around an hour. You know, we like to catch up, talk about each other's day, play Sporkle quizzes together, and, you know, just catch each other up on what we're doing. And so yeah, that's typically around an hour that takes, because also noting how long these things take is important too. Another thing I really like to do is stretch. So last month I was really into Yoga with Adrienne's 30-day challenge. So I really enjoyed, you know, like moving my body before bed, but not like obviously high impact or anything, but just giving myself a good stretch, getting any of my wiggles out, like if I've got, you know, a little bit of energy, kind of like using that up, but like it's quite like a restorative practice, I find, yoga and stretching. So I like to do a little bit of that. I also like to do some skincare. Now that varies every night. If I can literally just be bothered to take off my makeup, sometimes that is a victory in my eyes. But, you know, sometimes I like the lotions, I like the potions, so I like to work with them, pop them on. And then I also ideally like to do a non-screen activity, so whether that is reading, whether that is embroidery or something else. I don't know what else it would be, but those are the ones that I kind of like to do before bed. Typically that's the one that gets dropped if I'm getting too close to my bedtime. Trying to stay off my phone. I love phone games. I'm addicted to Cooking Dash. So if I get on that before bed, in and around my bedtime, I don't notice the time. So trying to stick off those screens will be ideal. And I guess last but not least, we have set the mood. Ooh, that sounds naughty, doesn't it? Not like that. As you may have noticed, there's a little bit of ambience going on in this room right now, and that is not by accident, my friends. So I'm really lucky. I have a dimmer switch on my main light. I'm pointing at it right now. So at the moment I have my top light here on like on a slight dim. I've also got candles going on around the room. I've got my bedside lamp here. So it's not this complete stark light. We've got quite a friendly light on the eyes, but also quite a warm light. And then slowly but surely some of these light sources come off. So, you know, once I'm starting to wind down, I'll take my candles off. Typically after I've done my stretching / yoga, that's when the candles will come off, because I don't want to burn the house down. After I've done my skincare, come in from the bathroom, you know, brushed my teeth, popped my lotions and potions on, off comes the main light, because then I can sit in bed, and then if I'm reading or what have you, I've just got the little lamp here, and then off that goes. I really find making these cues for yourself, whether that's activities or lighting or environment, that really is helpful in sort of, you know, winding down and telling, even if it's like a placebo effect, being like, okay, we're doing this because we're going to bed, subconscious, then that's really helpful. Another thing to do with like setting a scene, now I don't know if this is just me, but I imagine there'll be some people here as well. My bed doubles as a chair, a desk, a table, a storage facility. I think a lot of people who sort of like rent a room, you know, like your whole life's in this bedroom. I finished my degree off in this bedroom. I'd have Zoom calls with friends in this, like sat right here. I find that trying your best to separate it from like active day things to sleep time place can be difficult, but one thing that I am awful at and still need to get better at is really changing my bed from being a storage facility of stuff to a bed. So whether that is like, you know, you make your bed so then you can get into your bed, or, you know, remove, for me it's been my vlog, this is how sad this is, my vlog camera has been like right here. If you've seen me vlogging in bed, it's because my camera's slept in the bed with me. Or like if I've got books in the bed, or my iPad or whatever, literally taking all of that off, even if it's just on the floor and you tidy up tomorrow. I mean, maybe it's worth noting that I have a double bed, but I am the single occupant of said bed. So, you know, I really can use the left side of my bed as storage if I want to, but I just don't find that that's, you know, conducive to winding down and using this as like a place to be comfortable, have a little sleep and what have you. But yeah, anyway, I hope this has been helpful. I hope this has made a nice calm watching for a Sunday. I'm now gonna edit. I'm like how I'm pretending that, oh, turn this light off, bedtime. No, I've now got to edit a video. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you an update. I know I said I would. It did go well. It's still a work in progress. I just wanted to update you and I wanted to share my findings with you. Hope you're having a fabulous Sunday, whatever you're up to, and you shall see me tomorrow. Bye!